All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into game number 4. It's, of course, Evil Genius JYP against MTW Dimaga. We're going to be heading over to Antigua Shipyard, a very interesting map choice. You know, Antigua Shipyard has definitely been one of the staples, I think, of a lot of different tournaments. And it's been, as they're saying in chat, it's been limited across positions, which I love that change. I think that's how it always should have been. But let's go ahead and introduce the players. The top right-hand position, we have the Blue Zerg yet again, MTW Dimaga. Bottom left-hand position, we have Evil Genius JYP as the red Protoss. And let's go over the strategies in Antigua Shipyard, because it's definitely a map where I think Protoss has a lot more options. Just because there's destructible rocks, it empowers the starport play, or the Stargate play. But why don't you go ahead and explain Antigua Shipyard to us right now, Nightend?
I think I personally like a lot the Stargate play on this map because there are so many places where you can sneak in a pylon, warp in some zealots into his base at his turn, and so on.
Yeah, and obviously.
Also, I think there are so many strategies that can work here, like 5 gates robo push, 4 gate DTs, 6 gate blink stalkers all in with 2+2. Basically, every good strategy, I think it works here. I personally like this map.
Yeah, I mean, I think Protoss definitely have a lot of options against Zerg in particular, and the main reason why I think that is because all the reasons that you said, but more importantly, if we can see, it is kind of like a triangle type of expansion, but on this map in particular, because the main is so close to the outside, there's a lot of like blink stalker or even warp-in shenanigans that you can have, and that's why I think Void Ray play is really good on this map. Not saying it's the go-to by any means, but think if you have a pylon that lower ground in the bottom left-hand corner of the main, you can easily warp in some zealots and then do multi-pronged harass on that destructive debris when you charge up on the destructive debris as well. So that's an extra little bonus. But you have other basic things like, as you said, blink stalker, Dark Templars, things like this where you can really force your opponent to go all over the place in terms of position, get out of position, and then punish your opponent on the third with you putting sentry force shields and stuff like that down.
Yeah, as we can see, JYP did 2 pylons and then gateway. I'm very curious what option he will take. He will make.
Yeah, it'll be kind of interesting. Now, of course, we do see that Dimaga is opting again to go the very fast third. You can see, let's go ahead in 26 seconds. So that's a 4-minute 20, a little bit before that, but 4-minute 20-second hatch rate. That's really fast on any map. I don't care what you're playing on. But obviously, the opportunity cost of that is going to be tech. Does have the ability to really get a lot of tech. That is the metabolic boost. We'll see if JYP actually does anything about it. But he's gonna, wow, he completely walls off. Look at that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he has the, if you see at Dimaga's third, JYP has a pylon.
Yeah. And we'll see if it actually does any damage at this point. There are actually no units out on the field, so Dimaga is going to be in a lot of trouble here as the first, 2 cannons actually get placed. Will Dimaga actually cancel this? No. All right. Well, this hatchery is completely screwed. Confirm, deny. It's confirmed. I'm going to say it's confirmed. And you can see that the drones are trying to do something. They're going to try to kill these 2 pylons over here on the sides, but the photon cannon should finish in time. And now you can see the drones are not being targeted down. But of course, it takes 3 shots to kill a drone because they have that 1+1 regen every single time. But the 2 photon cannons, can they actually be taken out? The 1 and the second one actually dies. So good job by Dimaga. He does lose out a queen. I think that was actually a pretty good trade for him. It wasn't actually half bad. I don't hate it completely, but Stargate play, as I was talking about before, Stargate play is initiated, and he will be doing some sort of, I'm sure, Stargate aggression in that he will have continued follow-up gateways, like a lot of gateways, maybe 5 gateways to this, and push out pretty early.
I think this trade was much better for Dimaga because it delays pretty much the Void Ray push, Void Ray harass that JYP is planning to do. And
Yes.
I most likely when JYP will come with a Void Ray or and a few gateway units, Dimaga will be more than ready to deal with that.
Yeah, that'll be pretty critical, actually.
Also, Dimaga will be oversaturated with drones at all three hatcheries.
Yeah, and let's look at that right now. He actually has 3 in production. Wow, a lot of drones actually popping out here. 53 drones, 52 drones out in the field, 5 more in construction. The one thing I have to be critical, a little bit critical about Dimaga is his creep spread, and his creep spread is actually making it very hard for him to defend any sort of pushes. So this Void Ray is going to come out here, and what is it actually going to do? I'm not sure. Probably target down this queen over here at the 3rd, but in terms of trekking all the way over with his additional queens, with Dimaga's additional queens, how is he actually going to do that? I think the 3rd is actually in a lot of trouble at this point. And as you can see, a Phoenix is actually going to join up, and this is going to be very troublesome.
I actually think Dimaga will handle this quite easily with the spore crawlers.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
He already has two spore crawlers up.
yeah, and obviously they're able to just hold this off for now. Now additional 5th and 6th gas is being put down by Dimaga. Let's go ahead and look at the tech. I do believe I saw that. Yeah, there it is. Infestation Pit is on the way. We also have upgrades. +1 missile attack is actually being upgraded. Very interesting choice for missile attack. Normally do see melee or carapace upgrades, just because obviously carapace more applicable, and melee for the Zerglings, so that he's actually able to spend all of his minerals on Zerglings and all of his gas on infestors. We can see that the Void Ray might get picked off. No, the Phoenix is going to help out at the perfect time all the way at the end there. This one queen on the bottom ground is doing a little bit of damage, but for now, Dimaga is actually losing a ton of his queens. 3 queens are in production. Is it going to be enough, though? Let's go ahead and look at JYP. He's actually setting up for a continuation attack. 3, 4, it looks like 6 gateways in total. 6 gateways in total. This is going to be 6 gate pressure on top of the Void Ray attack. And we'll see. Is it going to be enough? Nightend, how you feeling JYP is going to fare out?
I think Dimaga made way too many drones. When he did scout with an overseer, but he only saw 3 more gates. He didn't saw all 6 gates. So he thought, he most likely thought he will make, JYP will go for Void Ray. Same strategy he did on second map.
Yeah. On Crossfire.
Yeah, on Crossfire, exactly.
Definitely.
So he made way too many drones.
Well, right now, I mean, JYP is completely catching his opponent off guard. That is the worst possible position, especially where he has it. Those are the money force fields that go down, and basically this 3rd is absolutely screwed. I mean, there's no way that he can defend it. With the amount of sentries that are up here, Infestor's going to pop out here, but they're going to actually die immediately. Actually, 2 out of the 3 of them die. And very nice pickups over here. The Graviton Beam picking up 2 of the Infestors before they're actually able to do anything. Infested Terran are going to poop out here, but I think it's the point where it's just too much as it is, and Dimaga is absolutely screwed in this 3rd space.
Yeah, Dimaga got caught off guard here. He also made the mistake of he just scouted over with an overseer. He saw a few gates, like 3 gates making in the base, and he assumed he will do the same thing he did on Crossfire.
Sure.
But
that's it, man, though. GG comes out, and JYP is going to take the 4th match. Okay, so Protoss Hero over there, please break that glass game down. What was it that went wrong for Dimaga there?
I think everything went good for Dimaga until he made 78 drones. I think he made, yeah. After he defended he killed the cannons, and then he defended the Void Ray Phoenix push. He could have made like 65 drones, and then start making units, take your fourth, but he was way too greedy by making 78 drones and almost no units.
Yeah, I mean,
And
just
also,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
if you do that, at least make one more hatchery, one macro hatchery in base.
Yeah.
If you saw, he almost had 2,000 minerals in the fight.
Yeah, obviously he can't spend everything, especially with his queens getting picked off left and right, not being able to inject. Another thing, I mean, I want to just speak a little about the drone count. Ladies and gentlemen, you only need 22 drones per base, really, at that point. And if you obviously have 3 bases, you're at 66 drones for optimal saturation in all your bases. So your drones are at maximum productivity. I think if he just stops at 66, like what you were saying, he's actually in a really good spot because he has an extra production round. If you think 78 drones, 66 drones, that's a full production round out of all your hatchery. Well, not quite, but you know, that still represents a lot of units. Those are units that he could have used to defend, obviously, against that heavy sentry, you know, stalker type of push. But as we had it, Dimaga will fall by over droning. He has the case of the Rett syndrome, of course, and it's just so unfortunate for Dimaga. But very nicely played by JYP. I think he played that perfectly to the T on Antigua Shipyard, and that's that. So it's a match point right now. We're going to go into game number 5 and see if Dimaga can actually come back into this, or if JYP can close this series out with a 4-1 victory. Stay tuned, everybody. The continuation of Evil Genius's JYP up against MTW Dimaga is about to go down.